I'm going to do a one Dan versus one Dan review game. One I played, I ended up winning this game about 14 and a half points. It was actually not that close as I thought. I'm actually pretty bad at gauging my shape. You know, like after reviewing the stuff with OGS, I realized I lost a lot of games where I actually had won in the last 50 moves because I was too aggressive and I thought when I was behind when I was actually ahead. So I start there. We're going to use Kata Go because there's a couple of questions I actually need to ask Kata Go as well myself. So I'm white this one. I go here. He goes here. And I go here. So that's a basic start. That's a basic start. Nothing new there. So this particular approach, I actually don't know how to answer all that much. I guess like the correct move is actually here, but I didn't do that. I go here, which is a pretty bad move. I mean, it's not horribly bad, but it's pretty bad. He should have actually, the optimal move is here, right? But he actually goes here because like I don't really know how to play this. I really don't know how to play this out. I don't really like these situations approaches that I don't see that much. I'm not really sure how to approach out. So he actually goes here. Obviously, I do the obvious move here, and then he goes up. That is not any of a surprise. Now, Katago is telling me I should just invade the corner here, but I don't like this cut. So I do this. I don't think this is the right move to do because this is a little too high right now. So he extends up, and then I think I played another stupid move. Oh, no, I did this. That's right. I actually played this right. I did that. And he goes ahead and now he should have played here, but he actually plays here on both boards. So I Hane on the bottom. So I should have done this and then that variation, but I just don't really see. I don't think either of us saw this variation, honestly. I Hane'd. I should have I Hane'd here, and he should have under Hane'd. I'm not really. I think I probably would have done that and given him the corner. But he actually retreats, which is actually not a good move for him. I screw up and do this. I should have kept doing this. And Katago keeps on saying that you should do that. But I do this. And he does this. Now, I should still do that. But I want to know, like, what if I do this and he does this? Okay. Oh, yeah, he can't do that. Never mind. I should have definitely gotten over. I don't know why I didn't do that. I'm stupid. I definitely should have done that. So he does. Hang on. What? Hang on. I do this. He does this. I actually Hane on this side, which is an awful move. No, I actually did this first. This is actually a really bad move too because it gives him like a lot of clarity on the side. So that's an awful move. So like the thing is like if I actually look at my move here, this move is bad. This move here is like really bad because I don't gain anything from this move and I just bump and make him stronger. That was one of my first lessons to low Q players, and I'm doing this as well sometimes because I don't get anything from this, and it just makes him a lot stronger. So that's a horrible move for me. This I should have still done this. I don't really know why I didn't see that because this would have been so many points for me. I actually end up going down here, and that's really bad. He obviously should have done this, but he actually ends up doing this, which actually gives me Sente. And because he gives me Sente, that actually isn't all that bad. I just connect, which I should have actually pulled out here. Him go down, I do this. What if he actually does that? I guess I can go out here, I guess. So I actually connect, which is not very good. And then he should have actually done this, but he actually goes out here, which isn't bad because like this shape, I should have done this immediately. But I see like the thing is I think if I do this move, I'm just afraid, what if he cuts? Because I can't like, he has the ladder here. I guess like if I do this, he does this, you would definitely do this. And then he does this. Like, I guess you would fight out here and this isn't too bad, but I personally don't really like this fight all that much. So I didn't actually Hane there. like Kata Go says, because like Kata knows the problem with reviewing this with Kata Go is like Kata knows how to do these kind of fights and it has perfect calculation. I personally don't like them because I don't have perfect calculation, and there's no way I can calculate nearly as much as Kata. So I already don't like my shape at this point. So I just go ahead and do this. And Kata's still saying he should do this, but he obviously he's going to answer and do this. And then I essentially, okay, this is not a very good move, but I did it anyways. I jumped out. And he invades the 3-3, which is actually a pretty good move. So I do block on the right side here. Obviously, like, you know, these moves are pretty common. Oh, okay, yeah. These moves are actually really, really common. It keeps on telling me, so like, okay, guys, the lesson here is like, regardless of these moves, this is a key move. This is a very, very big move. You need to do this. So yeah, that's the lesson right here, because it keeps on telling me that this is the optimal move for me. And if I do this, he can't disconnect because that's bad for him. He has to go down here. So remember, guys, this is the optimal move. But neither of us saw that, so we didn't do that move. He goes here, and then he plays like somewhere out here, right here. And I don't know how good this or bad this move is. Like, to me, it seems okay, but to the computer, I don't think the computer likes it all that much. Because it's if you really look at it, it's not a move that really solidifies the territory. So I get kind of nervous. I'm going to play down here first because I want to kind of block off this territory. And then he does this. Obviously, he extends. I'm definitely willing to extend. You see, like, Kata's just, like, telling me to play here all the time. But I extend. And then he blocks. I mean, he obviously should do this. I don't think this is... I don't know if this is killable right now. He has a lot of extensions here, but he blocks. Because he wants to make sure that that's alive. So I actually take an invasion part here. And that's not a very good invasion. I should have, like... I really should have just... Obviously, this is still the move to do. See, but what if he does this? Like, what if he does this? Then I do this. He does this. I play out. He blocks, but then I have to, don't I? I guess he can't kill this in here. Like, see, like the Aji in here, I'm not really that sure of. I think he can maybe kill me here, so I would answer. But, you know, like, that's just the thing with Kata. Like, I think this is kind of dead if I don't answer, but obviously it's not dead, because if he goes, like, if he goes here, you can actually, you can play on the inside. So this is kind of weird. This is kind of weird. We already made a lot of mistakes already. Like, this move is the one that we both keep missing. So he does that. He does that. It's not bad. Hang on. No. Does that. I do that. There is a move that I'm missing here. Yeah, he does this. I mean, this is not the order, but anyways, this move, there's that move there, this, and then out here. See, we keep missing this move. And even now, like, Kata's saying that this is the go-to move right now. So, like, this, obviously in this shape, this is the move to go to. That's one thing I'm going to know next time. So he does this. I go up on Hane, and basically he Hanes, and I should still move here. Right? But I obviously don't see that. I go here. So that's obviously not a very good move. I lose a lot of points for that. But that's actually not where the interesting fight actually starts. He obviously Hanes this, because that's the obvious move to do. I connect. And he doesn't actually connect. He does this, which is actually not a great move because it does make me a little bit stronger. It's saying that I should disconnect here because there's still a lot of Aji here. But see, like, this move, oh, man. This move is just, neither of us saw that move. We're just not strong enough, so yeah. So I connect, which is not very good, obviously. And he does this. Like, Kata's telling him, fix this cut now or it's bad things are going to happen. So he does this. And I should still do this, but I'm going to come out here. And Black's actually taking a real lead now because he's being able to build his influence here. Like, see, because neither of us are playing this move, we're all losing a lot of points each time. So this is so clutch, right? This move is so clutch right here that neither of us saw it, obviously. Basically, like, if either of us plays this, we'd, like, win. But I guess, like, we're just not, like, for us, we're just not quite as good at calculating as Kata. So we don't see that move. And he comes up here. That's not a good move. That really doesn't deny me of anything except for the Hane. And at this point, I cut, which is not a great move. He Hane's over, which is the right move. I mean, he Atari's over. I extend, obviously. He extends. I have to keep extending. These are pretty obvious moves. Obviously, this is an obvious extension because if you don't, he can Hane over, and then you're forced like over here, and he breaks all this territory. You have to extend on that one. So he connects, and he obviously connects because that's not negotiable. And I actually come up this way. He connects, and I think I do that. Yes, I do that to try to kill this group here. He does this. See, like, Kata would just come out here because Kata knows this can't die. But I'm not very good with the... I'm not really good with the calculations. So I actually do this because I'm afraid that this group is going to die. I'm not very good with corner Tsujis, so I made a lot of moves that I probably shouldn't have made. He comes down. He should have done this, but he comes down this way. Obviously, I have to answer that was the move, but I think I messed up and went under here. He should have gone in. And I do believe this fight might actually favor him. Yeah, it does. But he actually didn't calculate this right. But the thing is, like, if he did this, I would probably come out this way. I wouldn't give up all these points in here. So he actually goes out here. So, like, okay, in this situation, Black should do this. Because the way I would have done it, there's no way I would have sacrificed this, so I would have probably connected here. And, like, you know, this essentially gives up, like, legit, like, everything. And yes, while I do get this stuff down here, he breaks completely out here and he attacks me again. So that's, if you're Black, that's the way you should play. But he didn't actually do that. Thank God, because he couldn't calculate all that out. And he actually goes on the outer angle. So I retreat. See, I retreat. He actually does connect. See, like, I know that this is a disconnect. I know that this is actually a disconnect here. But the thing is, like, if I do this, if I do this, he can do this, and he can kind of, like, do that. And I guess I'm screwed both ways if he does that. Oh, no, I'm just screwed one way, but, I mean, like, this is... Oops. No, sorry, that's... This is like Sente both ways, and he comes out, and I basically just take this in here while he gets everything out here. And this is just really bad for me. This is actually just really bad for me. So, like, I do get this small amount of territory here, but the influence that he gets out here is way, way too much to offset. So this was one area where he didn't really see the influence he could have gotten, and so he actually tried to kill me a little too much here. So he connects. So, like, that's actually a bad move, obviously. I go ahead and do this extra Hane because I want some extra eyes. I I'm kind of like stuck in this situation. And then he doesn't actually do that. He just comes out and comes under here and tries to fight me here. Now, this is still the key move here that none of us ever do because neither of us really see that. I actually go here, which is not a very good move. He does this finally. And then I actually just do this because I should have done this. See, like Kata's moves are very complex. So realistically, like neither of us are going to be able to see this. I mean, this all connects in, but I actually just do this, which is, oops, that's very bad. I do this, which is another very bad move. And then he connects. So I actually jump down because I was actually seeing this where if he does this, if he does this and he disconnects, I can actually come down this way. So that's actually what happened. That's actually what happened. He did fall for it because he did fall for the set. So essentially he does this and I come down like this way. He does fall for that set. And he does this. Actually, no, he like really screws up. He should have done this. Like when I do this, he definitely should have come down here, but he didn't actually come down here. He actually Hane's up, which basically gives me a huge break. And I do this, and now I've destroyed his entire thing. So that's also like a game. That's also a game-losing move for him. This is obviously the way to go. You do this, and then like it's Sente for black. So doing that, you can see it's black plus 16.3. He's much better off than me. But and this is actually a pretty deadly move because if you actually get Sente here and fix this thing, and if you get Sente here, like this group is dead. Well, actually it's not because you have that, but it's pretty dangerous for my group right here. So he makes a big mistake. And he lets me catch up, thankfully. Because if he didn't make a big mistake, if he didn't actually make a big mistake, like he was way ahead here. He Hanes, I do this. He does that. I connect. He does this. I should have just done this, honestly. This is actually a bad move. Because, like, the thing is, like, if I do this, I was afraid he'd do this. But you can just connect, and actually you have more liberties than him. So you would actually just live in here. So that was a pretty bad move by me. So I connected, which is a very bad move. Actually, no, sorry. What? No. Oh, no, That's not how the game turned out. It's not how it's supposed to work. So I connect. He does that, which I don't think is a very good move. I'm not really... I mean, yeah, it's kind of in danger, but I have so many problems myself. I'm just going to not review with Kata anymore. But that was Kata. So, like... Because I actually, like, got most of what I wanted out of Kata. So he does this. I do this. He does that. He has to do that now. So I obviously am going to fix this. So that's good. I do this. I'm just going to take these because if I don't take these and I do this, if he connects, then I'm kind of screwed. You know, like if he does this, I'm dead. I'm just completely screwed. So when he does that, I'm just going to take the cash. He does that. I do this. Now I was kind of like wondering what happens if he actually just like plays this out, but I don't think this favors him. This definitely doesn't favor him. So like I guess that was right by me to do that. Do this. And then he just leaves it, does this. I actually make a pretty bad mistake here. Do this, he does this. I don't think this was a good move. But realistically, I needed to break his territory over here. So this obviously is good, but this move, I think he actually played very, very much wrongly. What if he does this? I mean, I guess. But the thing is, like, if he does... hang on, no. Thing is... Oh, no, no, no. Okay, never mind. I definitely miscalculated that, so... But the thing is, like, I keep on thinking that he actually has an out. No, but he's like one liberty short. Never mind. So I guess he didn't really have too many options once I actually played this. He plays that, which is not good. I do this. He connects. I just shut out the outside, because if I don't do that, he does this way. I'm a little bit screwed. Now he does this. I do this. He encloses here, and then he tries to make this territory. Now, at this point, like, this territory is too much if I let him make it, and I don't have enough territory to defeat him, because, like, if I do this, he can still just do this. And yes, I kill this group in here, but he gets this back, and I don't have enough territory. So I do need to disrupt his territory. So I go down, I do this first. He Hane's up. I was hoping that he would see this and he would just do this. But he doesn't do that. But he Hane, that's actually a right decision, because these two aren't worth all that much. I play the attachment. Now this is an interesting move. Like, because this is kind of hard to deal with, because if you just do this, like, I mean... I think this is, like, yeah, the ladder obviously doesn't work for me, but if you Hane and I mean, there's a lot of, like, different things that you could possibly do here, I guess. I don't know how this would actually work out. I don't think it works out in my favor, actually. Because, like, I would have to do it this way, and he gets a lot more territory this way, so that definitely doesn't work out. That definitely works out a lot better for him than it actually did. But there's actually, like, a lot of transformations here that you could do. And even if you just, like, if you just did that, I would actually be in a lot of trouble, because the thing is, like, if I attach here, this actually might be the move to make. Because, I mean, what am I going to do exactly here? Like, it's actually pretty hard to, to make two eyes here. So, like a lot of things, like, just straight up going up might actually be the best move available, because then I don't have any Hanes or anything. So this actually might have been the best move available, but he Hanes, then, like, the over Hane is the one that I was hoping he would do, because if he does the under Hane, I would probably have to retreat back, and then he can just get all the territory down here, and he would still win. I mean, at this point, I might just do this and then invade the corner here. There's not much here, so I might just invade the corner there, take away that territory, but even with that, I don't think I have enough territory to actually beat him. Eventually, I would actually trade these 3 stones for this down here, but even with that, I don't think I have enough territory. But he actually plays it where I can actually destroy all his territory, so this is actually not a good play from him. This, essentially, like, some of you might be asking, what if he does this? I actually was hoping he would do that, because that would actually help me out a little bit. Actually, no, I would probably just go over here, because if he does this, I can just jump, and I think I can probably just live here, because, yeah, I mean, I already have 7. I would just probably do this. And then Hane up or something. So it's actually pretty hard for him to kill me like this. So essentially, he does that. I'm going to Hane up. And then he does this, and then I do this. He does this. I go in, and then does this. And then he connects. I'm going to come down. That's a big mistake from him. That's actually a pretty big mistake from him, because that actually allows me to live. I don't know how you would kill this at this point. You might do something like this. I would have to connect, and then, like, I guess it would be kind of hard for me to actually make 2 eyes here. I guess it would be kind of hard, because, but then again, like, I don't know. I don't know, like, how hard it would actually be. You would have to do something like this. There's other options, because if I do this and you have to connect, which you would, I mean, I can just go out this way. I can just go out this way, and then like I would actually just be able to run home on this. So, but then again, at this point, you would just do this and you still have this corner. But then again, like over here and over here, I don't know how, I don't know if he has enough territory on this way if he does that. So it's actually pretty hard for him. I think it's pretty hard for him to kill me. There is probably a way for him to kill me here, but it is probably pretty hard. But he does this. Obviously, that lets me live. He takes the corner. I'm going to block. He does over here. I might have been better off just doing this, but if he does this and he does this, it's like the same situation for me. At least if I block the corner, I can actually invade, kind of like have something here maybe in his corner. So he does this. Obviously, like this comes out to Nuki. Then I do this. He can't actually. I mean, like when I do this, I mean, if he does this, it's kind of like Gote for him because he's kind of weak over here. So I guess he did play this out in one of the ways he could. I do this. He does that. He didn't want to play the Ko here. He obviously didn't want to play the Ko here. It's a little too big for him. And I have a lot of Ko threats as well. So he didn't want to play the Ko there. He just connects. I do this. I only did that because now it becomes Sente for me. Whereas if I didn't actually do this, and I just did this, then this is essentially Gote for me. He doesn't have to answer this. So that's why I actually did that move. That's why I did this, so I can have the Sente. Do that. Then I charge down here, collect the 2 stones. He does this. I just go ahead and take the 2 stones. I'm going to stretch up so he doesn't actually get all that territory. I'm going to charge here. He's going to do that. And then I'm going to Hane here, and he's going to connect that. At this point, I'm definitely a little bit ahead, I think, and I should actually just take this and call it a day. But I was too greedy. Like, greed, but I didn't count, and I was a little too greedy. I'm pretty sure I'm actually ahead here. He doesn't have too many points, and I still have the Komi advantage. I'm pretty sure I'm ahead here, but I didn't actually do that. I did this first, and he does this. I'm going to take the cash, and he's going to live. At this point, yeah, definitely this. But I wanted to see, but I did this first. I wanted to trade these 3 stones. I would give him these 3 stones and like collect this because I think this is a lot bigger. But he doesn't want to do that. He disconnects me. And I actually had forgotten. That I don't have that many liberties here. As you can see, I only have 4 liberties. So I'm going to do this. He comes down here. Like, this is actually a Ko, but I was wondering, like, what if I just did this? Yeah, see, like, this is still a Ko. And it's a much inferior Ko for me. So I did actually calculate that out. I couldn't do this because then if he does this, I'm dead. So essentially, like, I did make the best play available, and I did do that. Because that's actually a Ko, and I probably played this wrong. And now it's a Ko, and then we just fight this Ko. And I chose that Ko because I feel like at this point, if I kill this, I probably do have enough points to win. I have a lot more points here, and he doesn't have too many points elsewhere. Plus, even if he gets this kind of is mine. So, like, if you count this plus this is about 40. I have a little bit more than 40 here. And I have a couple of points here, a couple of points here, a couple of points here, which is more than his points at other places. And plus I have the Komi, so I thought I was a little bit ahead if I got this. But that's, he just gives me that. This is good. And then, we just play the rest of this out. The ending is not as important in the end because I end up winning by like 14 points or so. If it was really close, it would actually matter. But his screw up in the invasion down here, and like I got enough out of this Ko to actually win because this is still like 20-30 points. I lost like I definitely lost like 30 points here, more than like 35 points here. I probably only gained about 30 here, but I was ahead enough to where I could actually win this game. So that's how I beat this one, Dan. I hope you enjoyed the review with Katago. You can see like both of us made like a lot of errors, and there was like one Hane move out here that neither of us did, and that move could have been the game winner. So yeah, like I hope you guys learned something from this game. There was a lot of fighting. There was actually a lot of fighting in this game. And, you know, there was a lot of good fighting in this game as well. And the Katago reviews definitely, like, show a depth of the game that we haven't had before. So, essentially, like, you know, throughout all of this, this move was key. But none of us did this move. I mean, like, I think I was just afraid of him, like, cutting and doing this. And, you know, like, even if I do this, like, you know, I don't have a lot of liberties. And plus, like, even if I do, I was like, I was kind of afraid of like, yeah, I could maybe kill this, but then he would get all of this out here, and I would end up losing anyways. So, my bad. I'm not very good at judging like I'm really not that good at judging who's winning and who's losing, honestly. And that's what's actually cost me a lot of games. Like, there's been several games against 2 and 3 Dans where I'm actually ahead by about 10 points at the end, but I make a really aggressive move. But I make a really, really aggressive move when I didn't have to because I thought I was a little bit behind. And then when I go to analyze them, I'm like, oh, I had the game won, darn. So I need to get better like at counting and judging who's actually ahead. But this was definitely the move, the winning move that none of us actually made. So make sure you see this shape. That is the move to do. So I hope you learned something. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button, and I will see you guys next time.